Dragon Parade, organized by the Chinese Chamber of Commerce of Los Angeles. Today is a perfect example of what it looks like when community comes together. We have legislators from all levels of government here. We have community organizations, people who do dance and different arts and crafts coming together to provide a beautiful parade for the community.
It's an incredible honor to be the Grand Marshal of this parade because my grandfather's the founder of Los Angeles Chinatown. And in my association with the Dodgers for 40+ years, has been tremendous. So to meet them together, Chinatown and the Dodgers is pretty engaged.
What it does is it brings everybody in Los Angeles and Los Angeles County together to celebrate one of the many rich cultures that we have here. The Chinese New Year this year is specifically talking about resiliency, for example. And resiliency is what the city of Los Angeles, the county of Los Angeles needs right now because of how horrifically the year started with the natural disaster that we experienced. As a matter of fact, that's why they were kind enough to put this event off so that we can still try to recover from that. But collectively, whether it's law enforcement, government, our community, we're going to need each other as we move forward.
We're celebrating the year of the snake, which is strong, resilient, compassionate, and we want to give a big hello to everybody. So thank you, Los Angeles. Thank you, Chinatown. And let's have a good time. Happy Lunar New Year to everybody.
I enjoy every time I get the opportunity to be able to participate in this parade. We're here, obviously, to try and maintain safety for everybody, but also to be part of the community, to enjoy the event and to help celebrate the great tradition of this community and be able to develop a network and a partnership moving forward to benefit public safety throughout the city.
We want to make sure that everybody respects every community, every culture, every language, every food. That's who we are in Los Angeles. That's what this parade is about. And it had to be delayed temporarily, but the wildfires are a good example of how we back each other up, how we help each other. That's what today is all about.
Gung Hei Fat Choi, Happy New Year to all the members of our community.
Make sure that if you haven't, to come by Chinatown, come by from those local businesses, come and enjoy this space. We need to do whatever we can to make sure that our Chinatown thrives, and the way we do that is by coming and partaking in this space.
LA City Attorney Heidi Feldstein Soto reminds us that price gouging is a crime. In an emergency such as the LA wildfires, it's against the law to raise prices by more than 10%, and that applies to a great many goods and services.
Price gouging is a concept that came about after the 1994 Northridge earthquake. And what happens in the wake of a disaster or an emergency is that there are always speculators and profiteers who come in and try to buy stuff up and raise the cost. You may remember during COVID that happened for a while with masks and medical equipment that people needed. So our state legislature passed a criminal statute. Penal Code Section 396 specifically says that no one can raise the price of essential goods and services by more than 10% during a declared emergency. So price gouging is an effort to profit off disaster or someone else's tragedy by raising the cost of necessities by more than 10%, and it's a crime. If you're thinking that you can make extra money by raising your prices while supply is scarce during this emergency, think again. It applies to rent under the state housing law, to food, to repairs, to construction, to emergency and medical supplies, to gas, to storage facilities, to hotels and motels, and to any other kind of lodging or shelter for people or their pets or their children. So don't raise prices by more than 10% is the short message. It's really preying on people at their most vulnerable. It's not a victimless crime. It's the kind of behavior that is the antithesis of what we as Angelenos showed we were in the wake of these fires. Most of us pulled together. Most of us were there helping each other. So for those few who are out there violating the penal code and trying to make a profit at the expense of people who just lost everything, my office is here to tell you you're not going to get away with it.
If you experience price gouging, you can report it to the city attorney through the MyLA 311 app. Who knew that Jiu-jitsu could offer so much to healthcare professionals and our LAPD? This self-defense system and martial art uses leverage and positioning rather than size or strength, and it's become an effective tool for law enforcement. Take a look.
In contact, and he wraps the waist. See how our heads are facing each other? Look at this.
What's going on today is the safe wrap system. We brought Henner and Hidon Gracie from Gracie University to teach our in-service instructors and outside agencies and our civilian medical staff the safe wrap technique that they've been teaching for over a year now.
I like this one to try practice with. It also gives Bernardo something to hold on to as we descend to support some of his own weight.
Initially, it was only meant for healthcare, but it was so effective that law enforcement soon saw the technique and they said, hey, not only does that look safer than what we're currently using, it actually looks more effective than the methods of restraint we're currently teaching our officers. So now you have a technique that is safer for civilians and officers, but also more effective tactically, and that's what makes the safe wrap system so unique.
Once Hidon enters from the rear, he circles for the void, and he drops his inside knee, and he calls set, and then I walk him down. And we're here.
To be honest, when I first heard it, I was like, I don't know if it's gonna work. I'm a full believer now. We're doing techniques. I'm a pretty strong person. I can't even get out of these holes. So I feel like a pretzel. But at the same time, I can breathe fine. I'm not on my back. It's amazing.
Okay, so the way we remember is heads together, land better.
The way the system works is instead of taking a subject down, putting them in prone restraint, as we conventionally see in law enforcement with safe wrap, we take them down, we put them on their back. And then from their back, we safely roll them onto their side, where we're talking to them, we're de-escalating, and then from there, we're actually applying handcuffs in a lateral restraint instead of putting them on their belly. Because you're on your back, you can't do a push-up, and because you're on your side, you can't get out. The other risk of prone is they have access to their waistband. If they have a concealed weapon, they can access it because their hands are hidden under their body. When they tuck their hands under their chest, it's very hard to extract those hands. Because they're on their back and on their side, their arms are fully in our control. We're holding their wrists. They can't tuck their hands under their body and hide them because we have control the whole time, which means we can easily transition into handcuffing without going to prone restraint.
You don't have to be a black belt to learn these techniques. Some of these people never trained a day in their life. Sometimes they make better instructors than the people that are trained for years, even in our courses. We're always going to be ready. Not just LAPD, all agencies this just makes sense. How do we keep from harming subjects if we don't have to? I believe jiu-jitsu is a strong component of that, and it's always been strong in our curriculum. I just think today just may have taken it to another level, I believe.
Collaborating to improve the community. 2 council members, along with neighbors and community members, got together to dig in and clean up. The Lincoln Heights Community Cleanup set out to put a shine on this historic neighborhood.
Today, we're here in Lincoln Heights with Councilmember Eunices Hernandez doing a joint community cleanup. It takes all of us to make sure that we all keep our community clean when we all care about it. So, there's always that saying you should leave a place better than when you came to it. And so that's what we're doing today.
The reason to do it is to, one, give some love back to our community, to pick up trash, but also to be the example for others in the community of what it looks like to care for your community and how to plug in. When there's trash in the street, when there's litter in the street, when there's bulky items out there, it lowers the quality of life. And what they deserve is a clean city, a clean neighborhood. And part of that is them taking action to make it happen.
It's just exciting being here with a lot of young people, a lot of community stakeholders, and we appreciate you also supporting your community by helping us keep it clean, right? Making sure that you get your trash to the trash cans, making sure that if you see something, you say something, because a clean community is a healthier community and is a safer community for everybody. That's how we make community stronger together.
This is my city. This is my people, this is my place, and we like to participate in keeping our city clean. What I believe is that if we just do our part little by little, okay, you have trash, throw away the trash, keep the trash in its place.
Our council districts border one another, and this is what it looks like when communities collaborate and be united, especially when this neighborhood was basically cut right down the middle due to the redistricting. And so now we're working in collaboration, something that hasn't happened in recent memory, and so we're happy to be here and clean it up.
Councilmember Imelda Padilla with Los Angeles World Airports and Van Nuys Airport recently hosted a youth leadership conference. Whether these young people want to keep their feet on the ground or become high flyers, the conference highlighted the many careers available in aviation.
Today, in partnership with LAWA, as well as the Van Nuys Airport, we have put together a youth leadership conference where we are exposing young people to the operations, the history, and the future of the Van Nuys Airport.
An academy really teaches them a lot about aviation, not just you being a pilot, but what it is behind the scenes, the mechanics, the people who schedule, the tower, the federal component of it, but boots on the ground and operations and making sure everybody's safe. It's an amazing opportunity for them to learn full spectrum about aviation.
Aviation can take you through so many different careers, and not many people think about it, but becoming an astronaut is part of that, so that was really interesting. And another factor was the leadership aspect of it. Leadership is an important quality that takes you to every single career. You can apply it in every single way, and I think it's important if you want to become successful in your career. And why not strive for excellence? I want to be the best person that I can be in my life. So I feel like this program was suiting for me.
They will learn more about aviation mechanics. We actually have a mechanic school here on site. Students working on engines, working on planes, and to grow that, we've actually increased the enrollment of female mechanics. We'll go onto the airfield and they'll see operations, but the kids will be able to see what they do on a daily basis. Airport police, which is a very specific field of operation where you can take an LAPD officer and try to put them on the airfield, maybe can do the job, but you can take an airport police officer and put them anywhere because they know the specifics of the aviation and FAA. There's what I do. I manage the operations and management, community engagement. There's government relations and policies that we have to follow. If there's an interest in government, plus they love flying, this is the place for you, and we will continue that flame and grow that interest, expose them to everything.
The hands-on and personal experience that you get to see. We were able to tour around the Van Nuys Airport, something that I don't think I was ever going to be able to do. Another thing was being able to meet people with experience and be able to connect with them, but this program offered me that.
I believe the students that made it out here today have a genuine interest in what the future of their community looks like. So when we provided this opportunity, we're very grateful to all of the teachers and the principals that helped us recruit them so that they can know about how we need them and their future ideas to make our community, particularly the Van Nuys Airport, a place that we're all proud of.
What a great event for young Angelinos setting their career sights on the skies. Councilwoman Tracy Park chaired the second ad hoc committee for LA Recovery. LA Civil Rights hosts LA Medical Day, and the Housing Authority of the City of LA is awarded $85 million in funding. These stories up next on City Beat.
Councilwoman Tracy Park chaired the second ad hoc committee meeting for LA Recovery at her Westchester field office. According to Park, 279 properties are cleared, Phase 2 of debris removal is actively underway, and LA City's Department of Building and Safety has begun to issue rebuilding permits. The city administrative officer reported on the $14 million spent to date from the city's Wildfire Emergency Response and Recovery Fund. LA City's Office of Finance reported on a tax relief program for businesses affected by the wildfires, which will waive tax liability for 2025 with a deadline to apply by April 14. The next ad hoc committee meeting for LA Recovery will take place in April. For more information, visit lacity.gov. LA Civil Rights Department invites Angelinos to its LA Medical Day, a virtual event highlighting careers in the medical field. Experts and professionals in the health and medical industries will share their career journeys and provide advice and tips on navigating the education process. Participating speakers represent a number of sectors, bringing a variety of expertise on technical training, medical schools, doctoral research, and public health. Explore diverse careers and perspectives in healthcare and participate in discussions on managing your mental and emotional health in these high-stress fields. The virtual LA Medical Day event is open to all and takes place on Saturday, April 19th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. For more information, see the calendar at civilandhumanrights.lacity.gov. LA City Housing Authority, HACLA, has been awarded close to $85 million to continue its work to support individuals and families experiencing homelessness. Funding from the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development and Continuum of Care funds will support 45 grants. HACLA administers these funds to more than 30 service providers that deliver housing and support to individuals with disabilities and those facing barriers to stable housing. Partner organizations include the LA County Department of Mental Health, LA Family Housing, A Community of Friends, and more. According to HACLA, this funding will help create lasting solutions and ensure those experiencing homelessness will have access to resources for long-term stability. For more information, visit hacla.org.
It's a National Endowment of the Arts. Big Read, The House on Mango Street, tells the story of Esperanza, a Latina girl growing up in a harsh world. Sandra Cisneros visited LA's Central Library to share her journey from library user to novelist.
Today, we're here to celebrate The House on Mango Street, a novel that has touched millions of readers across our city and continues to inspire new generations.
I came from a very humble home, and the library saved my life. The library has always been a home in the heart for me, and I'm very grateful to librarians, my heroes, and to libraries for creating me. So thank you.
I remember it was the first book that I read that I just kept thinking, this is speaking to me. I felt like you didn't know me, but you saw me.
It speaks to both a very specific Latino experience as well as a universal experience.
At school, they say my name funny, as if the syllables were made out of tin and hurt the roof of your mouth. But in Spanish, my name is made out of a softer something.
This book is a perfect example of programming that we do at the Department of Cultural Affairs to help lift up and raise up our communities.
I'm very happy that I could bring something from our community, stories that normally don't get told, and make our community count.
It's a book about people wanting to have a voice. So it's a book that speaks to all of us.
One of the pearls of wisdom that Sandra Cisneros shared with us today was that she writes from a place of puro amor, a place of pure love.
My great-grandmother, I would have liked to have known her, a wild horse of a woman. So wild, she wouldn't marry.
The diversity and democracy of the library is what I hope we'll always have. So please support your library, especially now.
For more information about LAPL's Big Read events, visit lapl.org/bigread.
How many women are allowed to even have permission to dream of becoming writers or becoming artists coming from the neighborhoods that we come from? You know, we don't encourage our young women to say, study hard and become a novelist, you know?
The Winter Showcase at Barnsdall Park highlighted students' artwork and their creative journey. Some students ventured from the foster youth system to showing their work, finding a voice for their unique stories along the way.
Today we're here at Barnsdall Park. It is the closing of an exhibition, our winter student showcase, as well as the Fostering Photo Voice. Foster youth have the opportunity to share photos that they've taken that depict family and what it means to be growing up as a foster youth.
I was on Instagram just doing my doom scrolling, going through, and I saw something that said foster youth needed. And immediately I was like, well, as a former foster youth, I always want to help somehow. And I didn't really know how deep and vulnerable you were going to have to get, but it was one of the best experiences I've ever had.
Being able to capture what it's like being in the foster youth system has been really remarkable. Working with other foster youth has also made me feel more confident in being able to share my story and be comfortable with vulnerability and speaking out on things that are always silenced and ignored.
Being able to unlock a part of me that I don't think I've ever shown before has made me be able to connect with what I'm taking a picture of. It's opened me up to a lot more of what art truly means and what it is and how to look at art. I didn't know how I was going to capture my past without talking to my biological family or being able to go back in time. So I actually went to the courthouse that I used to hate going to as a teenager because I wanted to capture how it felt as a kid being small and give that same feeling of just fear for the world. And I think by doing this exhibit, it gave me the bravery to be vulnerable and share it with the world.
My advice to young people is use art as a form of resistance. Use art as a way to be able to communicate your experience, whether that be storytelling, activism, protest art. Let it be heard, and you never know what your story can do for other people and what you can inspire.
The Department of Cultural Affairs is proud to host this and many, many other events across the city. More information can be found for the work that we do at culture.lacity.gov.
I was not a photographer. Now I'm taking photos of everything. I want to capture every moment. I want to capture every memory because sometimes that's all we have is just a photograph.
In this week's feature story, he's a unit commander, a drill sergeant, and trainer to thousands of firefighters, both in LA and abroad. The City of Los Angeles Firefighters Association named Captain Andrew Ruiz as the Firefighter of the Year.
What is happening today is us honoring Firefighter of the Year. And I think everybody that's here today recognizes the fact that as great as Andy is, and he is, he's an outstanding human being and individual, this man more than deserves it.
I'm fortunate to be honored as the Firefighter of the Year for the Los Angeles City Fire Department. See, I've been with the LAFD coming up on 27 years, and I had no idea or any expectation of being Firefighter of the Year. When I work, what I do, my training is for the membership. It's not for me or any type of accolades for me.
This guy has trained thousands of people in firefighter survival. Not only that, he works at in-service training, so his name and his training is on a diploma of so many people. It's not only that, it's his character that he has. His honesty, his loyalty, his integrity. He's just a stand-up person, and he's a great representation of the fire service. Not just the Los Angeles City Fire Department, the fire service.
Being in the fire service is a very noble occupation, and I take it as an honor to be chosen with the LAFD. We are held at a higher standard, whether you're on duty or off duty. And as far as getting deep into our occupation, I think that you never know what you're going to experience. Every day you come into work, you have no idea. It's going to be a challenging day, any day of the week, any hour, any minute. And I think this is something that I enjoy. And it's something that we're up for the challenge because we train very hard and we're ready for those moments.
Listening to Andy talk today, you can see it permeates the fire service. It's not I do. It's not an I, me job. You know, you might go in there thinking, well, I'm going to be a hero and everything, and then as soon as you get in there, you realize, no, I'm just a team player.
Joy is something that when you honor somebody like this that has put their life on the line, because we have a dangerous profession. Look what happened in the Palisades. There's a lot that's going on when you're in public safety. And so I would just say for them, enjoy the moment, cherish all that's going to be said today about a great individual.
I am truly blessed to be part of the LAFD because of the opportunities that it has allowed me and given my family. It's an honor to represent the LAFD.
In this week's Things to Do, spring into a celebration of the season at the Obama Sports Complex. Take part in a day of science, invention, and creativity. And catch an art show and activities in Granada Hills. All this up next on Things to Do.
The City of LA presents Spring Fest, happening on Saturday, April 12th. Head to the Michelle and Barack Obama Sports Complex to celebrate the longer days with this fun event. It's all happening in partnership with LA City's Department of Recreation and Parks and Councilwoman Heather Hutt. Enjoy a host of activities highlighting health, education, and arts. There will also be games and sports to play. It's sure to be fun for all the family. Head to Obama Boulevard for Springfest on Saturday, April 12th from 11 a.m. until 4 p.m. Learn more under the Events tab at laparks.org. We're counting down to SoCal's largest celebration of science, creativity, invention, and fun. It's the City of STEM and Los Angeles Maker Faire. Produced by Columbia Memorial Space Center and Los Angeles Public Library, City of STEM is the official science festival of Los Angeles. Head to Exposition Park on Saturday, April 12th, and enjoy all that this day-long Science Fest has to offer. It will include hands-on activities, amazing experiences, workshops, lectures, and appearances by famous creators and science celebrities. Everyone is invited to the South Lawn at Exposition Park on Saturday, April 12th to enjoy City of STEM and Los Angeles Maker Faire from 9 a.m. until 4 p.m. For more information, visit cityofstem.org. On Saturday, April 12th, join LA's Department of Cultural Affairs for the Colors of Compassion art show and Granada Hills Spring Easter event to celebrate the end of an 11-week art workshop series. Colors of Compassion provides an artful path for healing and social justice, and the artists who took part in it will be displaying their work. There will also be games, raffles, art making, an egg hunt, food, and more. Come and celebrate spring at Granada Hills Recreation Center with Colors of Compassion art show and activities on Saturday, April 12th, beginning at 10 a.m. To learn more, visit culture.lacity.gov/events. And that's a look at some things to do.
And that's all for this week. I'm Natalia Bilbao, and from all of us here at LA This Week, thank you so much for joining us. Remember that you can watch us online anytime at lacityview.org, and we're also on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube. See you next time for more LA This Week.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the meeting of the Los Angeles City Council. Today is Friday, April 4th, 2025. I'm Councilmember John Lee, and we were about to start this meeting, so if everybody can quiet down a little bit. Public comment will be taken in person in the council chamber only for today's meeting. Ms. Clerk, can you please call the roll?
Yes, Mr. President. Blumenfeld, Harris Dawson, Hernandez, Hutt, Jurado, Lee, McOsker, Nazarian, Padilla, Park, Price, Rahman, Rodriguez, Soto Martinez, Yaroslavsky. 10 members present and a quorum, Mr. President.
All right, first order of business.
Approval of the minutes of April 2nd, 2025.
All right, Councilmember Soto Martinez moves, Councilmember Rodriguez seconds. Next.
Commentary resolutions for approval.
Okay, Councilmember McOsker moves, Councilmember Hutt seconds. Ms. Clerk, let's run through the agenda.
Items 1 through 3 are items for which public hearings have been held.
All right, without objection, that will be the order. Next.
Would any council members like to call an item special?
Are there any specials today, colleagues?
Yes, I'd like to call item 2 special for an amendment, which is being circulated.
All right, do we have that language, Mr. City Attorney?
I don't believe it's been circulated yet.
Okay, so we'll hold on to item number 2 for right now. Without objection, we will take items 1 and 3 that are now before us. So are those items that are available to vote on?
Yes, sir. And for clarification, those are items 1 and 3 that are open for vote.
All right, Mr. Clerk, can you please call the roll on those items? Close the roll, tabulate the vote.
10 ayes.
All right, we are still waiting for that item number 2 to be circulated.
Mr. President, the council may proceed to presentations.
Okay, let's proceed with presentations. Number 1, I believe we have Council District 7. Councilman Rodriguez, do you have a presentation for us? And before we get to that presentation, I just want to recognize one of our former colleagues, former City Council member, former City Controller, Wendy Gruhl. Thank you for joining us today. Before we move to CD7, Councilmember Park, do you have a quick, I believe you have a quick announcement? No. Just getting it? Okay.
Are we good?
Councilmember?
All right. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Man, well, first of all, it's a great day in Los Angeles because today is really a celebration about the young people of Los Angeles as we recognize 2 really monumental efforts. A woman who has dedicated her life, who has, I've dubbed her the patron saint of young people, Miss Olivia Mitchell. And of course, another iconic organization, yes. A dedicated 50-year career to serving the most critical group in our city, young people, and of course, LA's best. We've got 2 really outstanding presentations this morning. Man, this is bittersweet. Oh gosh. So, man, I know we all have a lot to say, and I want to take a moment to recognize the Olivia Mitchell fan club that has shown up today. Can we give them a round of applause? Everybody's in the house. Everybody is in the house. You want to talk about any elected official would kill to have the kind of influence and impact that this woman has had over 50 years in the city of Los Angeles, starting back with the Honorable Mayor Tom Bradley. I told Olivia, I said, you know, I was running out of the house this morning. I forgot to bring the letter that I received back in 1992 when I was student body president at San Fernando High School. On the letterhead of Mayor Tom Bradley, a Miss Olivia Mitchell inviting me to participate in Student Day in Government. It literally changed the course of my life. And for that, I am forever grateful. I have the honor of, first I want to do this because we need to start with this, and then I'm going to ask ITA to run the video that was prepared by Channel 35. But Ms. Mitchell, I have the incredible honor, and I want to thank you, CFID, for Abby, for providing me this incredible honor. But I have your 50-year pin of service pin for the city of Los Angeles. I ain't ever seen so many diamonds. I mean, I think she waited for all these diamonds. And it's a screw-on because you know that ain't cheap. Look at that. There we go. You want to talk about a well-earned pin. This is a well-earned pin. I'm trying to get this on. There we go. I want to make sure that's on tight. There it is. Beautiful. Beautiful. I want to acknowledge some of the incredible leaders that are here and have joined us. I know former city controller and former council member Wendy Gruhl is here, who reminded me that Olivia Mitchell was her first boss when she was working for Mayor Tom Bradley. My beautiful dear friend Bridget Labange, who also has a long history, obviously, with going back when Tom worked for Mayor Bradley or was part of working for John Ferraro. Olivia has touched, and I know former council member Ruth Galanter.
She was.
Oh, there you are. There you are. Another incredible leader, did a lot for Los Angeles. It's wonderful to see you. And, you know, it's just, this is a day that I am just so blessed that I get to serve in this role. I was blessed when I had the opportunity as a member of the City Council to fight for the creation of the city's first youth department, but to dedicate and create a youth council in your name. There is no one else that has earned that type of recognition more than Miss Olivia Mitchell. And for that, I am forever grateful to be in this role and appreciate you, my friend. But colleagues, I know Mayor Bass was not able to join us this morning, but we do have a video that I'd like to ask ITA to please play.
I'm Olivia Mitchell, and I am retiring from city service after more than 50 years. So here I am, ready to step off the stage. When I joined the city as a part of Mayor Bradley's staff, I came to work with the mayor on creating a youth advisory council, and today, over 50 years later, I'm really proud of the people who have participated in my program, both as young people and as colleagues.
It's with great pleasure that we recognize and honor the remarkable achievements of Olivia Mitchell. I want to thank you for all that you have done for the youth of our city.
There are people who continue to say to me, Olivia, you groomed people to be elected officials. And I said, no, I did not. I taught them civics. I've enjoyed introducing them to civic service. That's my legacy that I am leaving behind.
In the summer of 1992, I was at home for summer break from college. One day I said, I'm just going to go to City Hall and see what's happening. And I, through lots of directions, ended up where Olivia Mitchell was, and she had her youth council and other activities that were specifically designed for young people to get involved in. And I met her then and felt the warmth of her energy and the generosity and enthusiasm that she had for getting people involved in the civic process. No one asked her to do that work. She saw a need, she filled the need, building generations and generations of strong Angelenos that build the city of the future that we all deserve to live in.
I created all of these programs to bring kids to City Hall. So we had Boy Scout Day in government, we had Youth and Law Day, we had Student Day in government, which is where Councilwoman Rodriguez came into my universe.
To me, it was the ultimate civic engagement lesson that I got when I was 18 years old. And I will never forget that because it really unlocked what was possible. That was the greatest gift for me because then I knew what I wanted to do with the rest of my life.
I was actually a member of her team. She was my supervisor, and she just really takes the time to invest in the people that she supervises, leaders that she's helped to create and cultivate.
When I was only 14 years old, I joined the Los Angeles Youth Council, and she was the one that was actually running the program. What she was doing was really motivating a lot of these young people like myself to care about our community.
She has touched so many lives. Creating a youth council in the name of Miss Olivia Mitchell, for me, is one of the greatest accomplishments of my career.
She has helped shape the public servant that I am today and has really allowed for me to develop as a leader in the city. And for that, I will always be grateful to her for.
The world would be a better place if we had more Olivias in it.
She cares. She cares enough to do what so many other people don't take the time to do, and that's invest in others. And for that, our city is better for it. Telling you, there's not a single politician that isn't jealous of this right now. As I mentioned earlier, Olivia's journey began back in 1974 when she joined the staff of Mayor Tom Bradley, working with his Youth Advisory Council. From that moment forward, she became a tireless advocate for young people, their empowerment, developing leadership programs that touch the lives of more than 2,000 young people through her direct and indirect mentoring, as I mentioned, myself included. In 1995, Olivia was appointed as interim director of the newly created Commission for the Children, Youth, and Their Families, where she began to lay the foundation for programs that continue to benefit young Angelenos today. Over the years, Olivia's leadership expanded to various departments, including the Community Development Department, where she managed vital community initiatives from youth programs to domestic violence services. Her work also spanned key policy appointments, including the County Probation Commission and the California Community Foundation's Bloom Initiative, helping to break the cycle of generational poverty in Los Angeles. But it was in 2021 when I introduced the motion to create the Olivia E. Mitchell Youth Council. That was one of my favorite moments of my career. Because so often, colleagues, and we know this, it's not often that we get the chance to give everybody the flowers that they deserve. And I don't want to do anything posthumously. This lady has dedicated so much of her life to improving the access and opportunity for young people to have a voice in their government, because it is their government too. And the fact that she had the foresight and the tenacity and the commitment to keep that door open for so many young people is why some of us were able to get elected today. And for that, I am forever grateful for knowing you, Ms. Mitchell, because you have been my patron saint, and I appreciate you immensely. Olivia's work reverberates not just for those of us whose lives she touched, but it continues with the legacy that is now celebrating. We're completing, the second cohort for the Olivia Mitchell Youth Council. And so when you think about how it continues to reverberate, it's an incredible legacy. What a life lived. I mean, it's remarkable what you do, what you've continued to do, how many individuals you've touched, how many people have gone on to serve in public service as a result of you just caring enough to open the door and answer questions. God bless you, Olivia Mitchell. I'm just so proud to know you and grateful for you every single day. And now I'd like to pass the mic over to my colleague, Councilmember Padilla, who also shares deep affection and appreciation for all that you've introduced to her.
Well, good morning, everyone. I'm proud to be here today to honor the legacy of the great Olivia Mitchell. As mentioned, I also was somebody who met Miss Olivia Mitchell when I was young. I was exactly 15 years old when I joined the LA City Youth Council. She was part of the program staff, but to me and so many others, she was way more than that. She quickly became a mentor, a guide, and someone who truly invested and really, truly cared about the power of young people. She played a foundational role in helping me understand how government works. As mentioned in her video, I just taught them civics. That's what she did, and how to navigate it both with purpose and integrity. Her guidance helped me find my path in public service, and her encouragement gave me the confidence to use my voice to advocate for the issues that mattered most in my community. I vividly remember when my oldest sister, Carmen, who was a field deputy for then Councilmember Alex Padilla, told me about the youth council, and I was incredibly excited to join. And when I got there and I met Olivia Mitchell, as well as Denise Campos, who's also in the room, I just kind of knew that it was where I belonged and where I wanted to do a lot of my community service so that I can have that competitive story when I applied to college. My story, though, is just one of many that reflect Ms. Mitchell's profound impact. And my core memory when I was there in the LA Youth Council was that, let's be honest, it attracted a lot of youth that were like me. We wanted that story of community service to look good on our college applications, right? We're a bunch of those straight A students, those nerds, right? Legit, we were nerds, let's be honest. We were the future leaders. However, I was a little different because a lot of these nerds, like myself, these young future leaders, we were planning to put together town halls throughout Los Angeles, and they were gonna be themed. We were gonna have one related to young people being sick and tired of crime in their community, young people getting tired of the drug use, the trash, improving our parks. But I remember it used to irk me when I used to hear a lot of these nerds speak down to those who had chosen to join gangs. And I remember vividly when I said, all of us are talking about how we have all this community pride, but yet, don't you guys have relationships with your own gang members in your school? They have just as much pride as we do, the straight A students. So why don't we do something related to bringing them in to address the crime, the trash, the vandalism, and the drug use? And let me tell you, the look on Miss Olivia's face when I said that, to hear a young person defend the gangs in the neighborhood was a core memory of mine that I will never forget, because she didn't reprimand me the way maybe a college counselor would have. Instead, she looked at me like, now this is a brave one. Now this is the critical thinker. And instead, she encouraged me to continue to talk like that and advocate like that and bring that to when we had our first set of youth town halls, which is where our very close friend, Monica Rodriguez's Manny Velasquez came and actually talked about it And everybody kind of knew that if we were gonna talk about young people, we also had to talk about those that were falling through the cracks. So I thank you for encouraging me to be a leader, but to be the kind of leader that doesn't forget about also bringing to the table those that are most vulnerable and weren't as lucky. So that is my core memory. I thank you so much for letting me and encouraging me to be bold in who I have become. And now that you're going to retire, I'm so excited for you. I want to imagine you reading books and resting and watching whatever movies you want, and more than anything, enjoying your family. So congratulations. And like I said in the video, the world would be a much better place if we had more Olivia Mitchells with us. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And at this time, I would like to invite the woman of the hour, Miss Olivia Mitchell.
Okay, I see this timer in front of me, and I think it's for me.
Listen, you get all the time you want.
What I said to my staff and colleagues in our youth family source system is that now I get an opportunity to stand on this side of the rope and come in and harass all of you. Me and what's his name with the puppet. So whenever something about CIFD or the Family Source Center or DV or whatever is coming up, I probably will show up to, say something, because what else do I have to do with my time? I appreciate all of the people who came this morning to support me, because they are a journey through my life and remind me of the things that I've done. All the way from All People's Christian Church, which is where my brother and sister and I landed. When we came to Los Angeles, we were introduced to All People's and its community service, and they've been a part of my life ever since. I'm ashamed that I missed the last service on Sunday, but I wasn't feeling well. So they will no longer have religious service there, but the services that they provide are just fantastic, and they were when I came in the mid-50s. I just want to acknowledge that my family is here, and when you do this kind of work, you generally sacrifice your family on many levels. While you're at the gang meeting, your kids are at home, although my son, I had a gang member who served as babysitter. Those are the best. Nobody's messing with your kids. But I came home one day and he was teaching my son how to shoot craps. So he has a number of skills. My son just retired from Recreation and Parks in November. So he retired before his mother. But I'm glad of his service. But he's here, and my two granddaughters that I call, the elder granddaughter who's 45 and the baby granddaughter who's 29. And I was telling people, we just have two names in the family. We just recycle them. Because my son is an Aaron and my granddaughter is an Aaron. I'm an Olivia, and my baby granddaughter is also an Olivia. So if you say the name, somebody will answer. I came to Tom Bradley's office in '74, and some people are here with me. My friend, Mayor Aquanetta Warren from Fontana, she came with me from my first youth council, which was the District Attorney's Youth Advisory Council that I ran in South LA, and we pulled it together just as a gang resurgence was coming up, so I became a gang expert, using, again, the same kind of kids that Amelia is talking about, using the kids who were doing okay to help us deal with the kids who weren't. So Tom Bradley didn't invite me to his staff. I didn't know him. The person that I knew was Bill Elkins, and who has passed on, and he brought me in because he knew of my work with young people. So there are young people who are part of that youth council that we created who are here. There are people who are here because Tom Bradley insisted that his staff be active in the community. So I was a part of the Black Jewish congregation, the Latino Black, in which I tease my friend, who I keep calling Tony Villar, who's running for governor now. But we were co-chairs, and I tease people that it took us several meetings to decide what to call it, because it wasn't Black Latino, it was so. So there are a number of people who are part of those intergroup programs. I know that Heather Aubrey is here, who's a city attorney, deputy city attorney. Her brother pulled us all together in human relations, and that's a lot of what we did in the early times. So my 20 years with Tom Bradley is represented here. The years that I spent with the Commission for Children, Youth, and Families is here. And then my sole group, the Community Development Department, which I tell people, the same group of people, staff and community organizations, they're the same folks, some of whom I knew before I came to the mayor's office and who I know and admire today. So there's all of these relationships, and they're here, and I can look and see that. I tell people that the young people kept me moving and anxious and inspired, but so do the young people who work for us now. Part of my job is to make certain that we're grooming staff members to continue the job. So for me, the fact that Abby was on tape, Jackie Rodriguez is here, they were a part of our community development team. And I think to have Jackie, who was a part of my team, and Abby, who was a part of my team, now be my bosses. Abby's the general manager, Jackie is chief of operations. And then a woman that I met in the 80s, sharing a complex with SCLC when I was active with them and on the board of their sexual assault center, that woman is now mayor. I think it's time. So I've got somebody I knew who's mayor. I have someone that I work with who is now the boss. And then as I said to several people, you know, COVID, you were telecommuting. I couldn't come in at all because I was over 60. Now we're back to 1 day a week, and now they're talking maybe 2 days a week, so I think I need to retire. So thank you very much.
Ms. Mitchell, we have a couple of council members on the queue. I would like to call on Councilmember Price.
Thank you, Mr. President. I want to thank members Padilla and Rodriguez for bringing this angel to our council chambers today. Olivia, we are just so proud, so honored to recognize you and to just honor you. You certainly have been a source of pride and inspiration. And I must say, not just for youth, right, but for some of the older folks as well. So we applaud you, we salute you. And, you know, whether it's City Hall, the City Hall family, or the fact that you're a mother or an aunt, or just a good friend, we just love you, we appreciate you. And Olivia, your legacy is going to last longer, certainly, than your presence here, than our presence as well. It's going to always be a legacy for the city of LA. The fact that you served and you gave, you invested, and you believed, not just in young people, but in people in our city. So thank you, Olivia. We love you. Congratulations.
Councilmember Hutt.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. And thank you, Council Members Rodriguez and Padilla, for bringing Olivia, a powerhouse and to celebrate her. As a young person, when my mom worked in the building as well, I met Olivia, and being in places with a single mom, you get to hear different stuff, and they're like, ooh, Olivia's moving over to the mayor's office. You know, you had a big name, and you still have a big name, and we're so happy that it will be in perpetuity in this youth council, and we're really happy about the investment that you made in our children, because our children, it's a cliche, but they're our future. Look at Imelda. It's really wonderful to see the work that you've done. We're grateful to your family for sharing you with us and sharing all of your best thoughts about what we should do in this city. And we're gonna miss you. I'm not, because I'm gonna call for help, but other people might miss you. And we appreciate your service. Thank you.
Councilmember Harris-Dawson.
Thank you so much, Mr. Lee, and thank you, Councilmember Rodriguez and Padilla. This is one of the proudest moments to be here as a member of the council, to give you the keys back and bid you a temporary farewell, because we know you're going to be around, and to honor the service that you've done for the city. Like Councilmember Padilla and Hutt and Rodriguez, I am also a part of the Olivia Mitchell Coalition. When, after 1992 civil unrest, I was a young person, I wanted to get involved. And the people at my church said, well, go to City Hall. And I said, well, what am I gonna do when I get, what happens? And they were like, look for Olivia Mitchell. Everybody knows her. She belongs to All People's Christian Center. She's a good person. You find her and you'll get the pathway. And I will tell you, I can remember it like it was yesterday. Out in that hallway out there, I ran into a man named Wilford Marshall and a council member named Mike Hernandez. And I said, I'm looking for Miss Olivia Mitchell. And they showed me how to get to you. And I got introduced to the youth council and all of the things that were going on at the city, which resulted in me getting involved with some radicals down in South LA, led by a woman named Karen Bass, called the Community Coalition. So I appreciate the warm spirit that you had when I met you. I mean, I was just a kid. You didn't know me from a can of paint, but you believed there was something worthwhile investing in. And so for every person sitting in this audience, for every person that spoke, there are probably 50 or 100 other people who aren't here, who can't be here today, whose lives you've touched, and they are making a difference in places as far away as Fontana. We have the mayor of Fontana with us here today. I want to make sure we acknowledge our senator and our assembly member, Rod Wright, there on the front row as well, and so many others. And I have, because I got calls from other elected officials who don't serve in the city, but whose lives you also touched, wanted to make sure that you knew they were watching today. And I have this certificate from our county supervisor, Holly Mitchell, who serves on the Board of Supervisors and represents District 2, wanted me to make sure that I put this in your hand today in recognition of your service. So thank you so much, Olivia Mitchell.
Thank you, Ms. Mitchell, and thank you for all your contributions over the years and the indelible mark you've left on the city of Los Angeles, and congratulations on your retirement, Councilmember.
Well, again, thank you, colleagues, so much. Olivia, you have made a lasting legacy and imprint on the city of Los Angeles that will reverberate for generations, because you cared enough to care about us, to open the door for every troublemaker, future troublemaker, nothing but good trouble, but that you taught us that yes, we could, and that we had a space here. And that's why that youth council has your name all over it, because no one has committed such depth of their life and their commitment to the young people of Los Angeles like you have. And for that, I am forever grateful, as are every future youth council member and every young person in the city of Los Angeles. God bless you. We are better for knowing you. Congratulations on a remarkable career, and wishing you the very best in retirement.
Okay, I believe our next presentation is from Councilmember Hernandez. But before we move on to Councilmember Hernandez, there's a short introduction I believe that Councilmember Park would like to make. Councilmember Park?
Thank you, Mr. President. I am really excited to take a moment this morning to welcome to the John Ferraro Council Chamber the LAX Coastal Chamber of Commerce. For over the last 17 years, the LAX Coastal Chamber has provided a 6-month leadership academy for those interested in helping propel the region forward and contribute to the progress of the LAX coastal community, but the broader region as well. The Leadership Academy engages emerging leaders, inspires established leaders, and develops lasting professional connections. The Leadership Academy nurtures skills, enhances professional growth, all the while exploring local political landscapes and the rich history of the area and our city. Economic development, communication, civic involvement, public safety, government policy, and so much more are at the forefront of what the Leadership Academy does. Special thanks to all of those from the 2024-25 Leadership Academy cohort who are all with us today. We're really excited to acknowledge Dr. Kevin Walsh of Global Community Enrichment, who has facilitated this program since its inception. I also want to give a special acknowledgement to LAX Coastal Leadership Academy day trip leaders, Debbie Diner-Harris, Manager of Community and Construction Relations at Cedars-Sinai, and Kristen Launer, Principal at Neighborhoods Forward. Also, a special hello to my friend, Chad Mander, the President and CEO of LAX Coastal Chamber. Thanks and welcome, guys. I'll see you in the back.
Thank you, Councilmember Park. Councilmember Hernandez.
Thank you, Chairman. Come on, join me. Thank you. Jonathan. Thank you, Council President. Do we have everybody on board? Come on, come right here closer. Come in the front. We got some great speakers with us that have joined us today. Right over here. Thank you so much. Thank you, Council President, and good morning, colleagues. I'm excited to kick off a special presentation to celebrate LA's Best program that has been a lifeline for working families across the city of Los Angeles for over 35 years. I say it's a lifeline because they are more than just an after-school program. They also help address food insecurity, increase neighborhood safety, and provide an enriching environment for our students. And I know this because I'm an alumni of LA's Best program. I attended LA's Best after-school program at my alma mater, Monte Vista Elementary in Highland Park. And not only did it help enrich my day as a student, getting to engage in different activities, getting to play with my friends outside, engaging in sports, but also it gave my mom and my family a little bit of relief when they had to go to work and couldn't pick me up when the bell rang around 2 or 3 p.m. But instead they had a few hours buffer where they knew I was safe, they knew where they could find me, but also they knew that they could keep working and come and pick me up. So it's a holistic program that invests in our youth, but also helps our families in Los Angeles. I'm joined today by LA's Best President, Michelle Brodnax. And also, I'm joined today by the principal of my alma mater, Monte Vista Elementary School, Dr. Lucy Hunt, and parents and students who you will hear from shortly. Before we proceed, I want to give a shout out to a few people who are doing the work to celebrate LA's Best properly. Councilmember Monica Rodriguez, she has joined me today, and she's going to be joining me today to honor LA's Best, but also next week when we light up City Hall. And we have a lot of LA's Best staff here, and I want to thank them, especially Salvador Manriquez and Christy Ames, for all your hard work in making today possible and working with my team. Colleagues, like I said, I've seen the work firsthand, not just because I've lived it, but also I toured Monte Vista Elementary, LA's Best program, where I saw kids all over the place learning how to cut fruit and enjoy healthy food. They're making robots. They're over here designing board games. The activities there are just phenomenal. And so I look forward to hearing from you all today when we celebrate this milestone with the resolution recognizing today LA's Best Day. Now I would like to invite the president of LA's Best, Michelle Brodnax, and and she's also the president and CEO of this program. So please join us to share a few words. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, you're here. Oh, sorry. Actually, sorry. Apologies. I thought that the councilwoman was still in the back. Sorry. The glasses. I'd now like to invite Councilwoman Monica Rodriguez for joining us to say a few words. Thank you so much for your partnership on this.
Of course. Thank you so much, Councilmember Hernandez. Like I said, it's all about kids today. It's all about young people. And Wendy Gruhl being here both for Olivia Mitchell, but also being part of the original effort to create LA's Best, which started during the tenure of Mayor Bradley. We recognized very early on in the city of Los Angeles that this government couldn't work if we didn't invest in youth. And making sure that we sustain that work and sustain that investment. There's so many incredible after-school programs and individuals that provide critical services that support families and meet them where they are. LA's Best is among those and has gone into some of the most impoverished neighborhoods and filled a void for what kids needed in order to have a sustainable and healthy lifestyle. And so for that, I'm incredibly grateful to partner with you on this, Ms. Hernandez. You know, I remember some of the work that I did around Monte Vista Elementary School back when I was a starting out field deputy in CD1. You know, the work at LA's Best touches every single council district, is in every neighborhood across the city of Los Angeles, and young people in LA are better for LA's Best. Happy anniversary and congratulations on an incredible body of work.
What an amazing day to represent LA's Best. I am so excited to be here. My name is Michelle Brodnax. I am the president and CEO of LA's Best. And on behalf of our students, families, and amazing staff, if I can say that, I want to express my deepest gratitude to Councilmember Hernandez as well as Councilwoman Rodriguez. Councilmember Hernandez is a wonderful advocate for LA's Best and has been an incredible support to me and to the team, and so we want to extend a special thank you to her, as well as Councilmember Rodriguez, who is lighting up City Hall on April 9th. We want to just thank you all so much for your support. And then to the entire City Council, those who are available and here, thank you for your unwavering commitment to the children of Los Angeles and for prioritizing investments in their future. We have seen firsthand the commitment of the person who was previously celebrated and her dedication to children and what it means and what's here today. And we're excited to be able to continue to do that work as LA's Best. What you see represented on the screen is LA's Best commitment to the city of Los Angeles. As Councilmember Rodriguez mentioned, we are in every single district in this city. We represent the entire city and the children of this city. We are part of an ecosystem of care and support for working families, and you'll hear from one of our families and our students shortly, by providing a safe, and enriching space for children. We help parents maintain economic stability. We ensure they can work with a peace of mind. We invest in LA's Best children, and we invest in the entire community by providing these services. One that strengthens our economy and contributes to a more equitable city where all children have the opportunity to succeed, and we know the benefit of that. The legacy and impact of LA's Best, as previously stated, dates back to Mayor Tom Bradley in 1988, which represents a partnership between the City of Los Angeles and Los Angeles Unified School District. and the private sector. And that commitment remains strong today. We are still here, we are still doing great things in the community, and we continue to grow. For over 3 decades, LA's Best has been a trusted partner for families and communities, offering no cost, absolutely free services to all of our students and all of our families. And in this time and what we're facing economically as a city and as a country, our services are critical, absolutely critically important. Every day, our dedicated staff members inspire and empower students through activities in academics, arts, health and wellness, and social emotional development. We're continuing to meet the needs, the expanding needs of families across Los Angeles. Recognizing their evolving needs, we now offer before-school programs in 13 schools across Los Angeles, providing even more students with a safe and supportive start to their day. With your continued support, we can expand these efforts and ensure that more children across Los Angeles have the opportunities that they deserve. We want to partner with each of you to ensure that every child in Los Angeles has the chance to thrive, because when our families are supported, our kids succeed, and our city prospers. I can show you better than I can tell you. So there is a video that you should see shortly that pops up.
For those with the fewest resources and the greatest need. At a critical time in their lives, where every child deserves the chance to explore their interests, be inspired, and feel encouraged. We're an organization with a unique story in one of the greatest cities in the world. We are LA's Best, an expanded learning program founded by Mayor Tom Bradley in 1988. Currently engaging 17,000 elementary school children every day in economically distressed neighborhoods at no cost to their families. In long-standing partnership with the City of Los Angeles, the Los Angeles Unified School District, and the private sector, we help our students explore enriching activities in arts, STEM, literacy, sports, and more. Expanding opportunities for our students with proven results. Every day, we ensure our students have a safe place after school, where they not only get help with their homework and a nutritious meal, but also build the kind of deep engagement that turns them into enthusiastic learners and active contributors to their communities. We help strengthen their sense of purpose, drive, and self-worth, helping them see a broader world, open new possibilities, and build lives full of choices. Because this is our city, and these are our kids. Learn how you can get involved.
Again, on behalf of our students, families, and staff, thank you for recognizing the essential role of LA's Best that we play in the lives of so many children across Los Angeles. Now I'm honored to introduce Dr. Lucy Hunt, the principal of Monte Vista Street Elementary, who sees the impact of LA's Best every single day. Dr. Hunt?
Good morning, council members. My name is Lucy Hunt, and I am the principal of Monte Vista Elementary School in the LAUSD. Thank you so much for the opportunity to speak about the impact of LA's Best on our students, families, and school community. I want my parents to know that they can drop their students off at 7:30 in the morning and pick them up at 6 p.m. at night, and they will be safe and sound. And not only will they be safe and sound, but they will experience a challenging, high-quality education, not only covering the basics of reading and math, but also experiencing exciting project-based learning through film and communication. As the bell rings at 2:13 p.m., our students continue their learning, and everyone in education knows every minute is precious. And the fact that I have a wonderful partnership, we have a wonderful partnership with LA's Best, and we know that phenomenal learning is going to continue, is priceless. In LA's Best, students are provided nourishment, homework support, club time, physical activities and sports, free play, and monthly celebrations, which really are parties that the kids love. Former director Vanessa Parra and current site director Melissa Reyes throw a mean party. The kids love it. Full decoration, food, lots of fun. And LA's Best keeps our students coming to school, and attendance is so important. If our kids aren't in school, we can't teach them. Most importantly, our students leave their school day feeling loved and cared for. And guys, that is the most precious thing right now. It's that connection and that relationship that my students experience. And they come back the next day, ready to learn and do it all over again. Well over half of our parents take advantage of this program. It is a massive program. I feel like sometimes my kids don't leave, and I work really late, so I'm still working at 6 o'clock and hanging out with everybody. Having childcare coverage from 7:30 to 6 p.m. is a lifeline for our working parents. This additional time after school for students is not just childcare, but precious quality time where learning continues in a safe, structured, and engaging environment where students improve their confidence, social skills, and academic performance. Our students are beacons of light for the future, and right now we need light. LA's Best is an investment in our students and the future of Los Angeles. Please continue prioritizing support and funding for this critical program. Thank you so much for your time and commitment to the children of Los Angeles.
Good morning, council members. My name is Maria Rios, and I'm the proud parent of Ruby and Luis Gonzalez, who participate in the LA Best program on Monte Vista Street Elementary. Thank you for the opportunity to share how LA Best has positively impacted my children's lives and our family. As a working parent, LA Best has provided immense peace of mind. It ensures that my children, Ruby and Luis, 11 years old, are in a safe and productive environment, strengthening our family stability. Many families like ours rely on LA Best because the after-school care is expensive and difficult to find. Without LA Best, many parents will face difficult decisions between work and childcare. Before LA Best, I was worried where my children will go after school, where I was still at work. LA Best has given Ruby and Luis a safe space to learn, grow, and build confidence with caring mentors and friends. The program offers academic support such as tutoring and homework assistance, which is crucial for many children. It also provides access to community resources like attending events, like, for example, a Lakers game, that might not be available at home. Beyond academics, LA Best fosters social development, helping children build friendships and improve teamwork and communication skills. My kids have participated in events like the annual Highland Park Parade, learning about cooperation, empathy, and respect for others. The mentorship from LA Best staff is transformative, inspiring children to dream big and set ambitious goals. Ruby aspires to become the President of the United States, while Luis dreams of becoming a scientist. These aspirations are nurtured through the opportunities and support LA Best provides. LA Best is not just an option, it's a necessity for families like mine. The program helps kids save and engage and prepare for the future while supporting working parents. Without continued investment, thousands of children could lose access to this valuable resource, leading them away from success. I'm deeply grateful for the hardworking staff and organization behind LA Best, who dedicated their time, energy, and resources to ensure every child has the opportunity to thrive. Please continue supporting LA Best so that every child in Los Angeles has access to a safe and enriching after-school program. Thank you for your time and commitment to the families of Los Angeles. I will now introduce my daughter, Ruby Gonzalez, who will share more about what LA Best means to her. Thank you.
Good morning, council members. My name is Ruby Gonzalez, and I am a proud student at Monte Vista Street Elementary. Thank you for letting me share how LA's Best has changed my life and why it's so important for kids like me. I want to thank my mom, Maria Rios, and Miss Vanessa for bringing me here for this incredible opportunity. For instance, LA's Best has given me many chances to participate in exciting field trips. For instance, we attended a Lakers game and even a 1-mile run at Dodger Stadium. LA's Best has played a big part in supporting us academically. They assisted us with our homework, assignments, and projects. They also organize clubs, and one of my favorite clubs is football. It's amazing to see that football is not just a sport for boys, but also for girls. This realization has inspired me to believe I can achieve my dream of becoming the President of the United States. Yeah! Robotics is also something that is offered at my school, and I want to try that next. My parents work late, and LA's Best gives them a peace of mind knowing I'm in a safe place with people who care about me. It also helps me with my homework, so I feel more confident in class. LA's Best helps so many kids like me across Los Angeles. It keeps us safe, helps us learn, and gives us opportunities we wouldn't have otherwise. Every kid deserves a place like LA's Best, and I hope you can continue to support it. Thank you for your time and supporting students like me. LA's Best is making a difference, and I hope we could keep it going for many more years. Now it's my honor to introduce another LA's Best student, Sandra Torres, who attends Buchanan Street Elementary and will start a poem recitation.
Good morning, council members. My name is Sandra Torres, and I am a proud student at Buchanan Street Elementary. Thank you for letting me share how LA's Best has changed my life and why it means so much to me. Here is a poem that I wrote. My poem is called Drawing Dreams at LA's Best. At LA's Best, I draw and read. My coaches have the things I need. I sketch the world with brand new friends and wish this fun will never end. In a safe place, I feel so free to draw the things around me. I hope LA's Best is here to stay, a place to learn, to laugh, to play. With paints and pencils, dance and song, this is where my heart belongs. The end. Now it is my honor to reintroduce Councilmember Eunices Hernandez, whose support means so much to LA's Best and kids like me. Thank you.
Amazing. Can we get another huge round of applause for our parents and students here who came and shared their experiences about LA's Best, and the LA's Best team, and Dr. Hunt and her team as well. Thank you. I also want to thank, again, everyone for coming into the People's House. Thank you, Sarai, Maria, and Ruby for reminding us that investing in LA's Best is also an investment in the future of our city. Now, on behalf of the City of Los Angeles, I'm proud to present this resolution, officially recognizing Wednesday, April 9, 2025, as LA's Best Day. Can I hand it to you all to hold? Here you go. Thank you. Let's go right here to the front a little bit. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember Hernandez, and congratulations to LA's Best. I believe we are going to have a presentation from Councilmember Hugo Soto Martinez.
Yeah, bring them up.
For the record, while we're waiting for
Absolutely.
folks to set up, Herman was very disruptive during the presentation. It made it hard for me to hear, and I know it made it hard for some of our speakers, so if we can give him a warning, please. Thank you.
Mr. Herman, we're giving you a first warning. Please do not disrupt the meeting today here at City Council. That would be your first and last warning.
Thank you so much, Mr. President, and thank you so much to everyone here today. I also want to thank the Pilibos faculty, students, and parents here today, and everyone watching at home. I'm joined here by the council member from the 2nd District, Mr. Nazarian. And we are here today to congratulate the Rose and Alex Pilibos Armenian Schools varsity basketball team on winning the 2025 CIF Southern Section 4A Championship. Please give them a huge round of applause. This is Pilibos' first ever basketball championship, a testament to the incredible work that these young women have put in over the course of the season and the postseason, and also making history for their school along the way. Also on the 55th year anniversary of Pilibos being around here in the community. And not only was this championship really incredible, but it was also a true team effort by the Pilibos Eagles, with 3 of their players scoring in double digits in the championship game, where they used an 11-0 run in the 2nd quarter to completely break the game open and winning by a huge margin. Of course, we know winning isn't everything, and each one of these young women have a bright and wonderful future in academia, but we should not understate their accomplishments. It takes hard work, dedication, support from their family, and so many more folks to make this happen. And I just want to emphasize something, that this was not also a point of pride for CD13, where Pilibos is at, but for the entire Armenian community. If you ever go to Pilibos, you will see folks coming from all across the region in Southern California. So not only did they make CD13 proud, but they're a shining example for the entire Armenian community and the entire city of Los Angeles. And so without further ado, I'd like to welcome my colleague, Councilmember Nazarian, who has been a fierce advocate and champion for the Armenian community and so much more. And so without further ado, Councilmember Adrian Nazarian.
Thank you. Thank you, Councilman. I really appreciate you recognizing a wonderful school that I've had the opportunity also to be a cross-town rival with. So first and foremost, I just, when the council member called, I jumped at the opportunity because, first of all, I'm the only second Armenian American to serve in the LA City Council. So to be here at a time when there's a school that's winning the championship, CIF championship, gives me great honor, personal honor, but also an opportunity to reflect on how much this mighty yet small community is achieving, contributing, and paying forward. So paying back as well as paying forward. So I wanted to take a minute and say thank you, congratulations. I'm extremely honored and proud of all of you, whether it's Talia, Laura, Savannah, all of you, and the rest of the ladies. You all help this team win, given the challenging circumstances. But I also want to recognize something that our colleagues, council members Harris Dawson and Hutt mentioned a little while ago, as they were the young ones growing up in the community and hearing about Olivia Mitchell and the wonderful work that she was doing. You guys are now setting that standard of having others want to rise up to the occasion, to step up and continue the championships, continue the progress, continue the achievements, and even beat you in the records that you have now established. And that's what you always want. You want to create the base so that others come and challenge and surpass you. So thank you for what you're doing, and it also gives me a great pleasure as an alumni of Ferahian the crosstown rival in the San Fernando Valley, to be standing here to say thank you and congratulations to Alex Pilibos. Wonderful to see all of you here. Thank you, Council Member.
Thank you so much, Councilmember Nazarian. I'm so sorry that your rivals have won the championship, but thank you for being here with the community. Next up, I'd like to introduce the principal of Pilibos, Dr. Susie Ohanian.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Council members Hugo Martinez and Adrian Nazarian. It's a pleasure to be here, and everyone who's gathered here today. My name is Dr. Susie Ohanian, and I am principal of Rose and Alex Pilibos Armenia School in the heart of Hollywood. It is a time honor to be here with you all as our beloved school, Pilibos, celebrates an extraordinary achievement by our varsity girls basketball championship team. This victory is a testament not only to the skill and dedication of these incredible young scholar athletes, but also the teamwork, perseverance, and character they have demonstrated throughout the season with their devoted coaches, Coach Emi Gharibi, Coach Berj Krikorian, and our athletic director, Coach Sako Balyan. This championship title reflects the countless hours of practice, commitment, and sacrifice they have all made. It reflects hard work on and off the court, accurately representing what it means to set goals and then push through challenges to reach them. Today, we are not just celebrating a trophy, we are celebrating the values of sportsmanship, resilience, and excellence. These scholars athletes have shown that with teamwork and determination, anything is possible. On behalf of the entire Pilibos community, I extend our deepest gratitude to the Councilman Hugo Martinez for your commitment in support of our school and our athletic program. It is through partnership like these that we are able to inspire and empower our youth. And thank you for this great opportunity. We are honored to be here today. And thank you for Carla Martinez, Ara Martirosyan, and Nick Barnes Bastima for organizing our visit. Thank you. It's an honor to be here, and have a good day.
Thank you so much, Dr. Ohanian. And now I'd like to please welcome to the podium the coach of the varsity girls basketball team, Amin Gharibi.
Thank you so much. Good morning, council members and everyone in this building. Dr. Aaron basically covered a lot of the things that I had to say, but I have one thing in particular I'd like to say. Every day we take things for granted as to the community that we're in and what we're surrounded by. And I think this year we kind of had an opportunity to see what kind of opportunity we have and how grateful we are to be in a community that's so supportive. In a time where, with all the fires and everything going on, we were uncertain about whether our season would continue or not, since a lot of other schools had their seasons be cut short. And to be given the opportunity to continue our season, go into the postseason, and accomplish something this special for our school for the first time, it was an unbelievable experience. And there's no one else to thank but this community and the area that we come from for being able to get this opportunity for us. So thank you for that. We're honored to be over here. Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much, Coach. And now finally, from the championship-winning girls basketball team, I am pleased to introduce a 5'5" guard who averaged 15 points, 5 rebounds, and over 2 steals this season, senior Narnar Shahanian.
Thank you for having our team here today to share our school's first CIF championship with you. Some may take it for granted, but we're very grateful for what the city does on a day-to-day basis to keep our school in a safe and functioning environment. On behalf of our team, we're so glad to have had the opportunity to represent our school, our people, and our community on such an incredible stage. We genuinely appreciate your efforts in recognizing our team's hard work, and I'm so proud of what we achieved together as a team for our community. Representing the name written across our jerseys has truly been an honor. This is only the beginning of great things ahead. Thank you.
Thank you so much again to everyone here from the Pilibos, an amazing institution and community. And finally, on behalf of the City of Los Angeles, we want to give you this basketball signed with, you recognize the colors, really good colors, from the entire City Council. We have personal certificates in the back. And let's hear it one more time for Pilibos. I know we have some words.
Councilmember, we have Councilmember Rodriguez would like to say a few comments.
Sure.
Thank you. I just want to congratulate you ladies on a remarkable accomplishment. I know Pilibos, one of my former staffers was an alumni of Pilibos School, who was also actually I believe the student body president, Nishan Balakian. And so I want to congratulate you because the school has obviously a well-documented and celebrated academic history in terms of what you're all able to accomplish. And you've had a tremendous alumni. But to be able to also show the value of sportswomanship in this role and compete so successfully, I just want to congratulate you because it's the full package. It's the rounding out of all of those really important lessons that young people have to garner when they're in school. And so I wanted to congratulate you ladies on a remarkable accomplishment. Congratulations. You know, this is what it's all about. And these are the memories that you will carry with you for the rest of your life. There's never an easy way to winning. And you can celebrate the incredible value of the lessons that you learn on the court. And I just wanted to get up and recognize you all for your dedication and this remarkable success in your in this competition. Congratulations.
By the way, thank you, Councilwoman Rodriguez, for that recognition, as well as reminding me, shame on me, with us is as part of my team, and my senior legislative deputy is Lily Sarafian, who's a graduate of Pilibos School. So just wanted to make sure that I plug Lily as well appropriately, even though she hates the recognition. But thank you for your service.
Thank you so much. On behalf of the City of Los Angeles, we'd like to present this ball. We have personal certificates in the back. Please give it up one more time for Pilibos.
Congratulations, ladies, on winning the championship. I believe next we have a presentation from Councilmember Marquis Aristosen to honor our very own Charlie Roush. In between that, I just want to make a quick announcement. I'd like to take a moment to recognize the Sherman Oaks Center for Enriched Studies for Councilmember Blumenfield, who unfortunately was unable to be here today. Students, if you're here, can you stand up and be recognized? Wave at the cameras. These remarkable students are here to deepen their understanding of local government and are touring City Hall. It is my pleasure to officially welcome them to council chambers. Welcome, everyone, and congratulations.
You gotta be right here. So I'm gonna talk for 10 minutes and then you can talk for 2. No, I'm kidding.
It's your show.
Thank you so much, colleagues, and congratulations to all of this morning's honorees. I'm excited that this council has the opportunity to, after 47 years of service, honor and recognize the service of Mr. Charlie Roush, who is announcing his retirement today. Let's give him a big round of applause. As you see, a lot of his colleagues joining me. He's had a distinguished career in the planning department. If you ever had to serve on the Plum Committee, you definitely saw him sitting there at that table, making the case on behalf of the city for protecting neighborhoods, protecting our environment, and protecting the integrity of our
city. He started with the city decades ago, working for councilman of the 2nd District, Joel Wax, and eventually moved from there to the planning department in 1984. He served a variety of roles, from planning assistant, city planner for the CPC, senior city planner for different sections of our city, chief zoning administrator, principal city planner, associate zoning administrator, and he's ended his time as a zoning administrator. And for the public, this is a very, very important role that all of us feel, but we oftentimes don't see. If there's an oil drilling site in your neighborhood, or a business that isn't quite living up to the city's code, we have a process where we do that enforcement. Well, the owner of that land has the right to come and make their case. And then there's somebody who sits and listens to all the facts and makes a determination. And that's who Charlie Roush has been to us for so many years. He's gotten awards. I got a list of awards here, Mr. Lee, that is so long. I'm just going to say they came from national organizations, state organizations, local organizations, and even international recognition that he's received because of his work. But after 47 years, we are proud of the work that he has done. We are grateful for the work that you have done and the example that you've set for so many people. As you see, so many of his colleagues came here this morning to stand with him. We want to congratulate and honor and recognize the one and only Mr. Charlie Roush. All right, now we'll hear from Mr. Roush himself.
Indeed. Good morning, Chairman Lee, members of the City Council. Yeah, I started with Joel Wax in 1976, the bicentennial year. I was a legislative intern for him, and the first legislative act, he had just been made the chair of the Water and Power Committee, it was called at that time. He did not like the assignment, so he decided to become a pain to the Water and Power, and in fact, he led the first audit of the Department of Water and Power, came through Mr. Wax.
RSO, right?
That's right. And one of the things that Joel had me do was the Department of Water and Power was thinking of building a nuclear power plant out by Wasco. Then he wanted me to write a resolution for the council to oppose this. It went to the council floor. Ernie Bernardi immediately got it and changed it to a support recommendation, and it passed on a 14-to-1 vote. Joel walked up to me yesterday, after the vote, and said, "Congratulations on your first legislative triumph." I've had a few legislative triumphs since that. The Porter Ranch Pacific Plan in CD 12, the Warner Ridge Settlement Agreements in Council District 3, the Fox Studio expansion and the rewrite of the Century City South Specific Plan in Council District 5, and you really know that it's time to retire when the council member who was your same age, you did something for, and now you're doing something for his daughter-in-law. It's time. And lastly, I just wanted to mention the Sports and Entertainment District, which is in the CDs 9 and 14 at that time. So it's been a great ride, and I have to say, yeah, I got the recognition for those legislative acts, but it's really the staff that does it behind you, who does the research on the case, and all the other nitty-gritty things that don't get up in front of everybody, but you really need. As I look around here, I'm somewhat proud of my mentorship and ability to train people. I've got two planning directors in the city of Portland and the West Hollywood are here. We have a number of ex-planning directors. Con Howe is up here. And I'd also recognize my brother Tom, who is over here, who has beat me out. He's got 48 years of teaching theology at Loyola Marymount. He's since retired. And my stepson, Jeff, who is also here, standing behind Tom. So it's, as I said, it's been a fun ride. And one of my real joys is working with the city council. A lot of people don't like to appear before the council because you get hot questions. I once had a 45-minute debate with Nate Holden on the vesting ordinance. That taught me the fine art of extemporaneous speaking. So anyway, it's been a fun ride, and I really enjoyed working with both this council and all of their previous council members. So thank you very much.
Charlie, now that, I'd like to recognize Councilmember Nazarian.
Thank you, Councilmember Lee. I couldn't miss the opportunity to recognize and thank my wonderful constituent from North Hollywood, Charlie, who's dedicated so much of his life to the entire city, but with his presence in Council District 2 and the Southeast San Fernando Valley area, he's also helped the community thrive with his constant observation of everything around him. So thank you very much for your service. You can retire, but you can never leave. So you will be expecting to get calls. Thank you very much.
And Charlie, I just want to also say, now that you are leaving city service, I may be the last person standing from the Joel Wax office days. When I started, you'd already been with the city. I started in 1996. I can't believe you'd already been with the city for 20 years at that point. It's a testament to your time here at the city to see not only current staff members, people from other cities, former planning staff members. I see my old boss, Tom Henry, standing there in the background, that they came here to celebrate you today. Charlie, you've left an incredible mark throughout the city of Los Angeles, especially in my district, with the development of Porter Ranch. And just, I want to say on behalf of C12 and all of its residents, thank you so much for your amazing service to the city of Los Angeles. Councilmember Harris-Dawson.
Thank you so much. And so, Charlie, on behalf of the entire City Council, we want to give you this small recognition for your service to our city.
All right, Councilmember Harris-Dawson, if you will.
Thank you for that. That was nice. Proud of my brother. There you go.
Okay, we can go.
Done for the day? Where's Carla? Where's Carla?
All right, Mr. Lee.
Thank you, Mr. President. Colleagues, today I bring you a presentation that I think showcases a unique aspect of the Olympic Games and is one of the many things that the Los Angeles Games that connects us to the Paris Games. With me today, I have reserve police officers who, as we know, we call twice a citizen because of what they do to volunteer to be a part of the city of Los Angeles and to be a part of the LAPD. I have these reserve officers who have always been just a call away for our city and available and willing to bolster the capabilities of our sworn officers. During the Paris Olympics, many of the officers here today were called upon to serve Los Angeles. As they always do, they answered that call. But this time, that call took them to Paris, where they had the honor of representing our city and police department on a global stage. It's hard to believe that nearly a year has passed since the start of those games, and even harder to believe that it has taken us this long to formally recognize these incredible officers and their exemplary service in supporting French law enforcement and security efforts, which not only contributed to the success of the games, but also ensured that Los Angeles was proudly represented on this world stage. Today, I am honored to welcome my friend, Carla Amundsen, president of the Reserve Foundation, and a familiar face to many of us, as well as, yes, round of applause for Carla. As well as Bernard Khalili, a distinguished officer and dedicated leader who played a key role in guiding our reserve officers during the trip. As you all know, I am a steadfast supporter of law enforcement and public safety professionals. That commitment extends wholeheartedly to our reserve officers who serve not for recognition or compensation, but out of their unwavering love for our city and dedication to the safety and well-being of our residents. For that, I want to express my heartfelt gratitude to all of these officers. And with that, allow me to welcome my friend, Carla Amundsen, to share a few words.
Well, thank you, Councilman Lee. I think it was Shakespeare that said brevity is the source of wit, so I promise we'll be short. I do want to thank you for the opportunity to speak today about the Los Angeles Police Department Reserve Corps. The LAPD Reserve Corps is a dedicated team of community members who volunteer their time to work as sworn peace officers. These highly trained individuals come from various professions: business leaders, entrepreneurs, medical and legal professionals, technology experts, and more. Reserve officers complete the exact same training and must meet the same standards as their full-time counterparts. Reserves must also serve 208 hours a year, and many dedicate far more. In addition, these reserve officers are called upon during critical situations. They serve in all divisions of LAPD, doing the exact same duties as full-time officers. These dedicated individuals balance their primary careers while serving as police officers. They enhance public safety while fostering community trust. The recent fires in LA really showed the value of the Reserve Corps, whether they were serving on the front lines in the Palisades or they showed up in their home divisions to fill in the gaps. They made a difference. The LAPD Reserve Corps represents more than just an auxiliary force. It embodies the spirit of community, involvement, and public service. By volunteering as reserve officers, community members not only help maintain public safety, but also build a bridge between the police department and the people it serves. As the responsibilities and demands of law enforcement grow because of our city hosting many upcoming world events, it's time that we thoughtfully consider the idea of allowing our reserve police officers to participate in the LAPD Coast program. This program allows officers to sign up for security and traffic control assignments at public or private events such as the Oscars, Dodger games, concerts, and other assignments where outside entities cover the cost. That's an important part. Allowing reserve officers to take part in paid, contract-based assignments only after they've completed their volunteer hours would not only expand LAPD's capacity to meet citywide demands, but also serve as meaningful recognition of the critical role reserve officers play. This will also encourage greater engagement, retention, and most importantly, the recruitment of new reserve officers. In closing, the LAPD Reserve Corps is a shining example of how dedicated citizens can make a profound impact on public safety, both locally and globally. Thank you for your time, and let's continue to support those who serve selflessly.
And I'd like to invite Officer Khalili to the podium.
Good morning, council members and fellow Angelinos. On behalf of the entire LAPD Corps, thank you for this incredible recognition. My name is Bernard Khalili. I am an LAPD Reserve officer, and it is an honor to stand before you today representing 30 proud Angelinos, ordinary citizens who took the time from their regular careers to don the LAPD uniform and serve with pride at the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. Out of 1,800 foreign law enforcement officers deployed in France, the LAPD Reserve Team was the largest representation outside the European Union and the only team to serve entirely unpaid. That alone speaks volumes about the dedication of our reserve officers and the strength of our department's reputation on the global stage. We made history, and it came at no cost to the city. The motto of the Reserve Corps is "Towards a Citizen," and this mission was one of the most powerful examples of what that means. Those 30 reserve officers took on their own vacation time, some sacrificing their entire 2024 allotment to travel across the world and work long hours in uniform. We proudly and professionally represented our city, ensuring public safety at the largest international event of the year. Councilmember John Lee, I want to thank you personally for recognizing what this truly meant, not just for us, but for our city. For the first time in history, a municipal US police agency deployed on duty and in uniform in a foreign country. That's a milestone, not just for the LAPD, but for American law enforcement as a whole. Importantly, this mission was more than symbolic, it was strategic. Our presence and experience in Paris gave us valuable insights and operational lessons that will directly help Los Angeles prepare for hosting the 2028 Olympic Games. We're not just ready, we're now better prepared than ever before. Even as our department faces staffing and budget challenges, our almost 400-strong Reserve Corps remains a true force multiplier, highly trained, deeply committed, and incredibly cost-effective. I'd also like this opportunity to warmly invite each of you to our annual Reserve Recognition Banquet taking place on May 3rd, in the presence of Chief of Police Jim McDonald. It will be a meaningful event to celebrate the incredible achievement of our Reserve Corps cadre, and I encourage you to attend, as Councilman John Lee does every year, and see firsthand the dedication, impact, and heart that defines this extraordinary group. Thank you again for your support and for recognizing that service doesn't always come with a paycheck, but it always comes with pride, purpose, and heart. Thank you.
So I just want to touch on something that Carla said, that these officers go through the exact same training as every LAPD officer. The big difference is they do it on their own time. They volunteer their own time. So please, colleagues, can we give another round of applause to these amazing men and women who serve this city every single day and are truly twice a citizen. I have a certificate.
Before your presentation, Mr. Lee, I have Mr. Nazarian on the queue to speak.
Thank you, Council President. I just wanted to rise up to join Councilmember Lee in supporting the work that you all are doing. Thank you to the Amundsen and Khalili families for your support, for including me also to get to know a lot of the work that you did in during the Olympics. I very much appreciate all of your dedication as well, for taking time away from your families and from your daily obligations to represent the city and be our ambassadors during the last Olympics, and I do look forward to continuing to work with you and join Councilmember Lee in the support that he's going to be offering you in future programs and projects. So thank you very much for all being here.
Councilmember Rodriguez. Thank you, Mr. Nazarian.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Lee. And thank you all for availing yourselves to be part of what we know is going to be a massive lift here in Los Angeles, and that it's going to be all hands on deck. What was great was the international reach that occurred with so many multiple law enforcement agencies from around the world being part of the Olympics to help secure Paris. And it was a remarkable game, and everyone, I think some of you might have been down in Marseille, right? It was so spread out. People don't understand how wide the reach was. And similarly, when it comes to Los Angeles, working with so many different municipal enforcement agencies, it's going to be a very unique dance. And so thank you for going out to be a part of it, to learn how they really did a phenomenal job from the national level to lead all of these very different agencies from around the world. It just shows the unique nature of how everyone had to come together and work alongside one another with very different rules and very different dynamics to help make sure that everyone's safety was at the forefront of those wonderful Olympic Games. So thank you, because I know those lessons are part of what you brought back to help prepare us for LA 28. So thank you for that.
Thank you so much, Councilmember Rodriguez, and thank you, Mr. Lee, for this great presentation. It was a great source of pride to drive around the streets of Paris and occasionally see that very recognizable badge from our hometown when we were there in Paris. And we look forward to you all playing a leadership role for all of our public safety workers in Los Angeles, because you have seen firsthand what a modern Summer Olympic Games is like. And as we prepare for both the Olympic Games and the World Cup, just next summer, folks. All right, so again, thank you all so much. Mr. Lee.
Officers and Carla, I'd like to, on behalf of the City of Los Angeles, not only thank you for the time that you spent representing us on a global stage, but the job that all of you do every single day to serve the City of Los Angeles. So thank you.
Thank you.
I think we're going to do in back? Yeah, okay.
So if you folks would like to exit you to the right, just head to the back for some additional photos. Thank you very much. Please collect all your belongings and please hang out the back.
Let me check. Of course, thanks, officers.
All right, Mr. Clerk, what's before us at this time? What is available for us to vote on?
Mr. President, the council may now consider item 2 as amended by motion 2A Padilla Rodriguez.
All right, that motion as amended is before us. Let's open the roll, close the roll, tabulate the vote.
10 ayes.
All right, what's next?
The council may now proceed to general public comment.
All right, we're going to have general public comment. I think there are 8 people on the queue. Members of the council, we are at bare quorum, so we're at 10 people. So if anybody leaves, that will be effectively the end of today's meeting, which Mr. Spindler is cheering for. So I just wanted to give that FYI to everybody so we know what's going forward. And I'll ask the city attorney and the clerk to prepare us for general public comment. That'll be 1 minute each there are 8 people on the queue.
Yes, so general public comment is going to be very simple today. When it's your turn, please come to the podium. We'll just start your clock. You have 1 minute to speak on anything within the city's subject matter jurisdiction.
This is my first time doing this, y'all.
Oh, no, no problem. Here, and take the mic and pull it up so we can hear you better.
All right.
Perfect. All right,
You said
and
1
so
minute?
the floor is yours. You have a minute.
All right, so my name is Larissa Jordan. I'm formerly incarcerated. I'm from South Central LA. This is my first time ever doing this. I said I'm free. I can do what the hell I want to with my freedom, right? So sitting here with these guys, these 3 gentlemen, I thought it was a law that indecent exposure was a thing. Even if they have something in their hand, that's still indecent, especially when it's children. There were like kids, young kids. And this chump said he got 4 children. And I said, well, do you show your children your piece of your private parts? And he said, freedom of speech. So that means he's a creep. We don't need creeps out here in the streets, right? We're trying to get rid of the creeps. So there's a guy on Florence and Western named Mr. Marcus. The guy is cleaning up the streets. He sweeps the streets. He just blows the trash and everything. He's painting the poles, guys. So anybody that works with the city, get him up, get some people over there.
Thanks.
Give him some paint. God bless you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'll be back.
Good morning, Mr. President.
Hello, Mr. Mares. The floor is yours. You have a minute.
Thank you, sir. I want to follow up on this gentleman's comments in regards to the knuckleheads here. Here we had children, we had elementary kids, we had a whole group of kids out sitting, and these knuckleheads come in. When are you going to take control of this? That one individual was holding something that should never be shown in this council. When you send your kid to City Hall, you don't expect for them to be traumatized by a bunch of perverts. So either resign or do your jobs, folks, because the officers are trying to do their jobs. But again, we need leadership in this area. It's gotten too far. Please, let's stop the insanity at City Council. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mares. So please go ahead, sir.
Good morning, council members. John Camara.
Hang on 1 second. Hold on. Sorry, Mr. Mares, somebody else is trying to speak this time. Hey, sorry.
Good morning, council members. Last week, I was here to report on the conditions of the restrooms of my beloved, or our beloved, Reseda Park. I would like to thank Mr. Bob Blumenfield and staff for contacting me and responding about my concerns of Reseda Park. The one thing that residents of this great city want to know is that the council members are listening to us. We, in the community, look forward to the improvements that will be made at the park. Once again, I would like to thank Mr. Blumenfield and staff. Thank you.
Thank you, Speaker.
First Amendment, right? Boo! Boo!
Okay, Mr. Mares.
First Amendment.
Mr. Mares,
Boo!
please. So, Mr. Herman, the floor is yours. Please begin.
Smoking scan, case number CV0906-731 DDPSSX, docket NOS 158 and 168. Plaintiffs Matt Dowd versus the City Nigger Los Angeles. August 7th, 2013. Trump, Trump, Trump. More speech, more speech. Trump, Trump, Trump. Last warning, you never make the Roman make a public comment down.
Please stop. Mr. Herman, stop shouting. Do you want to finish your time?
Sorry, asshole. United States District Judge, on behalf of Dean Ferguson, Los Angeles, politely, fuck you and fuck you on the First Amendment, you bitch.
Thank you, Mr. Herman. Next speaker. Hi, Speaker. Sorry about that. You have a minute. The floor is yours.
My name is Annette Davis Jackson. I'm a proud graduate of Spelman College. I went to Fairfax High School. Yes. There's an emergency happening. A gentleman, his name is Benjamin Amosa Menza. He was siphoning methamphetamines from the Netherlands to Los Angeles. He is in federal custody right now, but he put his name on the property that we grew up in. I need the city council's help. I need people to stop putting quitclaim deeds into the recorder's court. I need help. I really need help. I need help so much. And he's in federal custody. So what they said is I have to sue him. And this doesn't make any sense because we've owned this property for 50 years. 50 years. And another property I had, they tried to steal that too. And I'm having a problem with the tenants because, you know, when you send people out there to fix things, you know, they all gang up. So, you know, it's not easy. But I need your help.
Thank you.
So whose help can I get? Current prices? Current price?
So, sorry, for the moment, we need to move to the next speaker. Okay, Mr. Spindler, the floor is yours. You have a minute.
That's right. I dare any of you to get up and break quorum. Any of you cowards. Bark, 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 bark. What's wrong, cowards? Come on, cowards. Break quorum, cowards. Bark, bark. Come on, you nisses. Bark, 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 bark. Come on, you chicken shits. Bark, 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 bark. Come on, cowards. No. Well, let's talk about Current Price and the kind of people he hires to represent him. Never hires a black lawyer, never hires a black man or woman to ever defend himself when he gets his black ass in trouble, right? He goes to Inglewood for a guy named Sven Buncher. I swear to God, that's what he is, a Swedish man, not a black attorney. And in his criminal case, never shows up with one single brother or sister, not one time. And that's what it is. This cocksucker wants to ban the N-word. He don't even hire a black man or woman. You just nothing but a chicken punk. That's all you is.
Okay, and we are done with the speakers, Mr. President.
What's next, Clerk?
Mr. President, Council has motions for posting and referral.
They are posted and referred. Announcements, members? All right, seeing none, can I ask everybody in the chamber to rise for adjourning motions? All right, and I have one announcement before we do our adjourning motion, and that is tomorrow is Heather Hutt Day in the city of Los Angeles. It is Heather Hutt's birthday. So we're proud to celebrate our colleague, Councilwoman Heather Hutt, on her birthday tomorrow. Councilmember Rodriguez.
Thank you. Colleagues, today I rise to adjourn in memory of an LA great, Father Richard Estrada, an unrelenting advocate, a servant of the people, and a spiritual force whose life was a testimony to love in action. Father Estrada passed away on March 31st, 2025, at the age of 83. He died on Cesar Chavez Day, a fitting punctuation to a life spent fighting for justice, dignity, and the humanity of all people, especially the poor, the immigrants, and the forgotten. Born in Los Angeles on March 1st, 1942, to Mexican immigrant parents, Father Estrada was forged by the values of faith, sacrifice, and service. He spent more than 30 years ministering to the people of Los Angeles, first as the associate pastor at Our Lady, Queen of Angels, known as La Placita, and later at the Church of the Epiphany in Lincoln Heights. His ministry wasn't confined to the pulpit. He turned churches into sanctuaries, and not just for prayer, but for action. He welcomed undocumented youth into his home. He opened his church to those living with HIV at a time when few would. He marched with farm workers chained himself to federal buildings in protest, and stood alongside leaders like Cesar Chavez and Dolores Huerta in the fight for labor rights. In 1989, he founded Jóvenes Inc., a nonprofit dedicated to housing and empowering homeless and undocumented youth. He mortgaged his own home to fund its early efforts. Today, that organization serves more than 700 young people a year across Los Angeles County, offering housing, education, healthcare, and hope. His leadership earned him widespread recognition, including the Giant of Justice Award from Clue LA, commendations from both the City and County of Los Angeles, and induction into the Garfield High School Hall of Fame. But to those who knew him best, Father Estrada's true award was the love he gave and the dignity he restored. To walk beside Father Estrada, said one friend, was to stand in the presence of a saint. His conviction was fearless, his compassion boundless. As we adjourn in his memory, let us not mourn simply the loss of a man, but celebrate the light of a movement. May his legacy continue to guide us toward compassion, courage, and a deeper commitment to justice. Details on his memorial services and ways to honor Father Richard Estrada's legacy will be shared in the coming days. Rest in power, Father Estrada. You know, I first got to see this man up close and personal when I was just this young staff member starting my work in Council District 1. He was part of the fights during 187, during 209. He was present for all of it, and he was in the fight working alongside local leaders like Mike, like some of my colleagues, Rafa and David Marquez, is when I first got to meet Father Estrada. And I know people we have so many mutual friends and people that have been instrumental and strong advocates for so many years that learned so much by his example. And his legacy will live on forever. Rest in power, Father Estrada.
Thank you so much, Councilmember Rodriguez. Councilmember Soto Martinez.
Thank you so much, Mr. President. Thanks so much, Councilwoman Rodriguez, for honoring Father Estrada. You know, as someone who comes from the labor movement, you know, for the last 18 years, Father Estrada was there so many times. Just his passion, his love for his community, his sacrifice, his willingness to not overthink, you know, what side of the issue he was on. He was unabashedly and unapologetically with the workers, with the immigrant community. And just 2 years ago, he got arrested with Councilmember Rahman and I on Century Boulevard, and he was there on a wheelchair, and he asked to be sat on the ground, and that was one of the last memories that I have of him. And I was very saddened to see him transition, but you know, it's an example of what we need to do, especially now. Right? There is no middle ground on many issues, and that's what he would say. There's no middle ground on these issues, and so we mourn his loss, but we think of everything he's done for us, everything he's done for the city, and again, thank you so much for bringing this forward. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Soto Martinez. And Councilwoman Rodriguez, I would like to be added to the adjournment with your permission. I think it should be all council too. Without objection, that'll be the order. Like Councilwoman Rodriguez, like Councilmember Soto Martinez, Father Estrada was a constant, an institution in the social justice movement. Whenever you went somewhere to action, you could always expect to see him. But there was one time when I was very, very young that was particularly touching. There was a Planned Parenthood clinic in South LA that was under attack, and people wanted to close the Planned Parenthood clinic. And I shall never forget, they stood locked arms, African-American Protestant minister, a rabbi, and Father Estrada. And the three of them said, there's nothing in any of our faiths that says women should be denied health care. At a time when the religious right was going aggressively after women's health care, especially women's reproductive health care. And so that, to me, is the best of what being an Angelino is, and the best of what being a Catholic and being a human is. And so with that, thank you so much, Ms. Rodriguez, and may Father rest in power. Any other adjourning motions? Seeing none, we're adjourned. Thank you so much, everybody.